Welcome aspiring developers. I'm M. Vaishali, currently pursuing BTech second year. Now we will look into the core concept of JavaScript today, which I have learned from module 201 in Vedic.day. We will explore how data is structured, how operations are performed, and how to organize your code for efficiency and readability. By the end of this session, you will have a solid foundation in objects, functions, variables, and modules. Now let us look into the concept called understanding JavaScript objects. Here, objects are fundamentals to JavaScript, acting as containers for data and functionality. They allow you to group related information in a structured way, representing real world entities or complex data structures. Now, what are the objects? Collection of key value pairs. Think of them as a dynamic dictionary where each key has a property name, points to a value, a data, or a function. How to create these objects? Most commonly, we create objects using object literals. You can also use new object. Now, how to access or modify them? Access properties using dot notation, object dot prop, or bracket notation. Properties can easily modified or added. Now, objects in action. Practical examples. Let's see how object bring structure to our data with a few examples from simple data grouping onto objects with appended behavior. Here we will look into the three types of objects in actions. Firstly, simple object. Here we will write the structure or syntax in a dictionary list type. Here const car equals to make Toyota model Camry year 2023. Nested object. Const person equals to name Elise, address street 123 main st, city and town. Lastly, object with a method const calculator. Add function of a comma b returns a plus b calculator dot add 5 comma 3. Now importantly we will discuss about the functions, which are the building blocks of behavior. Functions are reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. They are essential for organizing your logic, prompting code, reusability, and making your programs more modular and maintainable. Function declaration. The classic way to define a function hoisted, meaning it called before its a definition in the code. Example function greet of name, return hello dollar name. Function expression assigns an anonymous function to a variable. Not hoisted must be defined before use. Const say hi equals to function of name. Return hi dollar name. Lastly, arrow functions, a concise syntax introduced in ES6 lexically binds this, making it behavior differently than regular functions. Its syntax is const multiply equals to bracket of a comma b implies a asterisk b, which can also called as a multiplied by b. These are the main three ways of the functions, which are function declaration, function expression, and arrow function. Now let us look into the variable declarations. The main variables are var, let, and const. Using the differences between and where let and const is crucial for understanding and writing predictable and error-free JavaScript. Each has a distinct scoping, hoisting, and reassignment behaviors. Now there are three keywords under scopes and hoisting and reassignment. First, we will look into the var keyword, which is a function scoped accessible throughout the function where it's declared, ignoring block boundaries. Now it's hoisted to the top of its function, initialized with undefined, can be reassigned and redeclared. Now let us look at the let keyword, which is a block scoped limited to the block. Example, if statement loop where it's declared hoisted but not initialized cannot be redeclared with the same scope but can be reassigned const. Lastly, we will look into the const keyword, which is its scope is a block scope similar to the let keyword, limited to its declaration block. It's hoisted but not initialized. Must be initialized its declaration and cannot be reassigned or redeclared. Now we will look into the JavaScript modules organizing your code. Modules in ES6 provides a standard way to encapsulate and share code between different files. This improves maintainability, reduces global scope pollution, and facilitates code reusability. Why we are using such type of modules? There are three main reasons to it: encapsulation, reusability, and maintainability. What's an encapsulation? It keeps variables and functions local to a module unless explicitly exported. Now, let us look into the reusability. Easily import functions or data into other files. Lastly, maintainability. Smaller focused files are easier to manage and debug. And now we will look into the example export function add of a comma b which returns a plus b. Export const pi is equals to 3.14159. Now we will recap and see some of the next steps. Objects for structures, user to group related data and functionality essential for representing complex entities. Functions for behavior, reusable code blocks to perform tasks. Prompting, modular and maintainable programs. Variables were let const, understanding the distinct scoping and hoisting for predictable code. Modules for organization, encapsulate and share code, improve reusability and maintainability. Thank you for joining this session. Now it's your turn. Creating your own objects, functions, and modules. Experiment with the different variable declaration.